from NBC News. Decision 2016, the first presidential debate. Live from Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York.
Hi, my name is Sanderson Hooper, and we've instructed our audience, for those who are watching at home so they can have a great experience, to not applaud or boo at any time during this presidential debate. No noise except right now as we welcome the Democrat nominee for President, Secretary Clinton, and the Republican nominee for President, Mr. Trump. Secretary Clinton, Mr. Trump, welcome. Let's get into it.
Thank you.
The first question up, Comic City, an event that caused much hoopla in the press, is now officially over. What made Comic City successful for you? In this segment, you go first, Secretary Clinton. You have 30 seconds to respond.
Well, thank you very much, Sanderson Hooper, and thank you, Church Unleashed, for hosting us. I found Comic City was a great success to the church and those in the community. I think it was a wonderful opportunity we provided for our citizens. I think the real question that needs to be answered is, what kind of rights do Long Islanders have? I mean, I'm all about the little people. I'm not on the side of the powerful corporations or the wealthy, even though I am pretty wealthy.
Got that right.
As President of the United States of America, I promise to raise the minimum candy wage so that everyone, and I mean everyone, can receive a worthy candy experience. I will stand up for candy rights, and one cannot live by 100 grams of candy alone. I have major disagreements with my opponent on this issue and others, but I feel we need to enhance the candy experience.
Secretary Clinton, thank you. Mr. Trump, how do you define success for Comic City?
She's wrong. Always been wrong. Always will be. What Hillary's really saying here is she wants to take your candy away and give it to someone else. You earned that candy, you worked for it, and poof, there it is, gone. Gone. What I want to do as president, I want to make Comic City great again. I want it to be big. I want it to be huge. The biggest thing anyone has seen. It's going to be great. This year was a success. We brought in so much candy, so much candy. In fact, one group brought in so much candy that they topped all the other community groups. They're like the Trump Tower of community groups. They were ahead of time and under budget. If they didn't win, I would have claimed it was rigged. But can we give it up for the group that brought in the most candy, so much candy? The Friday Night Hicksville group, the Dolan's community group. Let's give it up for the Dolan's community group. Thank you.
Let me bring in Secretary Clinton. Your response to this?
Everything is rigged according to Donald.
Not true.
Mean, it is true. They might have brought in a lot of candy, but I am a strong proponent of candy control and regulation. I believe in the Second Amendment, but we have to draw the line somewhere. What I like to see is people coming together and making a killer trunk display. So this year's amazing decorated trunk goes to Guardians of the Galaxy. Give them a round of applause.
Very nice.
Thank you, Secretary Clinton. Since the beginning of time, people have tried to divide our nation and community. Church Unleashed is bringing unity amongst its campuses and services by organizing One Church Sunday. What are your views on this? Donald, we'll start with you.
To develop unity, we need law and order. I'm going to restore law and order. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians, be sure that everything is done properly and in order. Not only is it biblical, but One Church Sunday is going to be huge, a lot of fun. You know who doesn't know how to have fun? Hillary. She's so angry. Just look at her.
People think I'm boring, but the truth is, I'm the life of every party. And those 3 parties I've been to, life of every party. But all aside here, we need to take this seriously. Is this the type of president that we want in the Oval Office?
Yes,
Just
it is.
unfit to be commander-in-chief. You know, Donald, you have the temperament of a caged gorilla who had their banana taken away from them. In the words,
Good one.
In the words of my BFF, Michelle Obama, when they go low, you go high. And we are going so high on One Church Sunday, we are bringing worship leader Curtis Parks to us, a dear local friend of mine.
My friend.
My friend, he has visited the White House many times. He has more tattoos than I have, and he sings like a baby angel. So, One Church Sunday, be ready on November 13th at our Comac campus, 10 and 11:30 a.m., and I hope to see you there.
What Hillary fails to mention, though, is how Curtis will be back that very same night at 6 p.m. for a special night service. I set that up, because I am a great businessman, and I believe the American citizens are worth it. She also fails to mention that service times are changing at Church Unleashed. Very important detail. Not sure how you left that one out, Hillary.
Well, thank you, Mr. Trump. That is a good segue into our next question for both candidates. This came in. It was a highly asked question on social media. Mr. Trump, your response first. What are the significant changes that we need to install to make our church great again?
I'm very glad you asked this question. I have a very presidential answer for this. What we need to do...
Do you need a tissue, Donald? Do you need a tissue?
No.
Yeah, you need a tissue, Donald.
This microphone makes me sound sniffly. What we need to do is change our service types. We need to become a stronger force. We need strong service times to grow and expand. We need to give people better options. The American people, listen up. Check your emails. Look at social media. I tweeted the new service times. Hicksville services will be at 10 and 11:30 a.m. And Comac services will also be at 10 and 11:30 a.m.
I mean, did you share the new service times too? Or how about any Miss Universe contestants?
Very funny.
Am I
I did
right?
not tweet them particularly, but I did tweet it in general. Everybody loves my tweets. I'm a tweet master. You know who won't be showing up to these things, though? Hillary, because she deleted all her Church Unleashed emails. Where are your emails, Hillary? You know what? I'll release my tithing statement once you produce your emails from Church Unleashed.
Actually, Secretary Clinton, the email questions has been a serious worry that's affecting most voters this election cycle. What do you, Secretary Clinton, say to the voters who are struggling with trusting you as Commander-in-Chief?
Well, thank you, Sanderson, for bringing up my emails. And because I am a transparent person, I would like to clarify what was in them. But first, check out my awesome pantsuit. I mean, look at these cuffs. And anyone want a free donut? You want a yes, sweetie? You want a free donut? All right. Later.
What do we do with the donut?
You know, anyways, back to your question, Sanderson, about Donald's tithing statement and how he refuses to pay his 10%. See what I did there? I mean, Donald, you are either not rich,
Wrong.
you're a terrible business owner,
Not true.
or you just don't give from a cheerful heart.
Lies.
Yeah, the truth is, he thinks because he worked in business that he can run a nation, and he can pick good service times, and I mean, the guy even thinks he has a good tan.
Very good.
No, not good. You know, you're a failure at business, Donald. What about the Latinos and Hispanics? Where will they go?
You know something? My tan is so good, people actually mistake me for a Latino. The Latinos love me, and they're going to love me even more. So much, we're going to have a service just for them at our Hicksville campus, 1 p.m. They love me there. They love me in Hicksville. 10 and 11:30 a.m. will be huge at both campuses. The Spanish service, huge, tremendous. I've made big decisions over the years, and I have never failed at anything. I make better deals than Hillary and Colonel Sanders combined. What do you care, Hillary? You've called Church Unleashers a basket of deplorables.
You know, deplorables. Donald, you know, you must be the one getting old here. I said they're a bunch of adorables. Mr. Trump thinks that he could win over the Latino vote by these empty installments, but he's never seen my salsa skills. So we'll see. November 8th. Meet you on the dance floor, Donald.
Yeah. Think you need this tissue? Your nose is ready.
Well, there's not a lot that you both have agreed on, and there are rumors and controversies circulating around the most current plan that you guys are both embracing. Flip Long Island a bird. Candidates, what is your plan to ease the mind of donators, and how will you get them to participate? Mr. Trump, we'll begin with you.
So what we're going to do, we're going to get more turkeys than last year. We're going to get so many turkeys. Long Island will be sleeping from tryptophan overdose. It's going to be so huge that we're going to need to build a wall to contain all the turkeys that will be coming in. But we want legal turkeys, people. No Purdue, no Tyson, no Banquet. We want legal turkeys.
See, this is where I disagree. We should be bringing turkeys in from all over the world. We are America, and all turkeys are welcome here. We can't have a wall and expect to be seen as a welcoming nation. I mean, bring on the butterballs!
There is no one who respects turkeys more than I do. On November 20th, it's going to be a beautiful day, sunny day. Bring in your donated turkeys. Bring your donated turkeys. I want to flip you a bird. I want to flip you a bird. And I want to flip even you a bird, Hillary.
He just wants to flip birds. You know, if Donald's plan succeeds, if it's put in place, it will just be dangerous. It's been proven.
Lies.
That's
not true.
By economic researchers that it just won't work. This is what I like to call trumped up, trickle down Turkonomics. Thought of that myself.
Very cute. Hillary, you're full of it. All words, people. All sound bites. Such a liar you are.
You know, no, just please.
That's very nasty.
Go to my website to check the facts, America. Go to Fact Checker.
Yeah, that's about
Fact
right.
Checker.
Fact Checker. That's
Fact
good.
Checker. You know, Donald, you should talk. Donald.
That's not nice.
Well, before we get out of control today...
Thank you, Sanderson. Hillary is very out of control right now.
Mr. Trump, excuse me. Let's move on to the topic of prayer. Something that you both say you do a lot of. Talk about prayer for a moment. Donald, your thoughts.
I know more about prayer than the prayer warriors. I love prayer. I love prayer so much. We'll be having an all-campus prayer night at 7:14 p.m. I picked that time. November 16th at our Hicksville campus. We're going to come out. We're going to pray. We're going to be out in droves that night. Everyone will be praying. Hillary has never prayed a day in her life.
You know, Donald, I pray every day because I have to go through these debates with you.
That's a good one.
Prayer is important. You know, I grew up in a humble home. My father was a business owner. He did tapestry, fabric. He was a drape. He draped things. But in the words of astute philosopher Bon Jovi, I guess you can say we were living on a prayer. I love prayer. And, you know, I think it's what makes me relatable. But enough of that. Donald is just not stable enough to lead a prayer meeting.
Wrong, not true.
Yes, very true. This man loses his cool at the slightest remark. You could bait him with a tweet, for crying out loud. I mean, you just can't trust him with nuclear weapons, and you can't trust him with the Hail Mary.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
I do.
We don't even say Hail Marys at Church Unleashed. She can't fix anything. If Hillary could lead, do a good job, she would have done it already. You've been leading for 30 years.
30 years of experience.
Bad experience.
Great experience.
Terrible experience.
Great
It's been a
experience.
disaster. She's all talk, no action.
You know, Donald just likes to say whatever he wants to say. You know, that's
It's
apparent.
true. It's true what I say.
It's just not correct at all. You need to go to Fact Checker. And, you know, I just have a feeling I'm going to be blamed for everything by the end of this debate.
Why not?
Well, candidates, as we begin to wrap up this debate live from Hofstra,
But we're having so much fun.
lots of fun, I can tell. The smiles around the audience and your faces.
Can't
are
wait to be
glaring.
president.
Do you have any closing statements that you would like to make? Secretary Clinton, ladies first.
Well, Mr. Trump and I, you know, we don't agree on much, except for hairstyles. We both go to the same one, as you can see, but Donald, you slayed the hair game, and to think we wake up like this.
Thank you, Hillary. I appreciate that comment. Very kind remark. Not only that, clearly, we go to the same tailor. I mean, Hillary, great pantsuit.
Thank you.
Nailed it. It's clear to see. None of us deserve to be up here. But seriously, once I am president, I'm going to make the Oval Office so great. I mean, it's going to be amazing, tremendous. Then I'm going to change it to the square office.
Oh my God. Yeah, with materials he got from overseas.
There is one man, however, who is ready for the 2020 election. This man will turn even my square office into the shape of a cross.
I do agree with that.
Can we give a round of applause and welcome the 2020 presidential candidate, no, President of the United States of America, Mr. Todd
Todd
R.
R.
Bishop!